Hello everyone and welcome to my CSU channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chrisley knows best. Todd Chrisley reveals most important prayer he prayed. Today and Julie Chrisley were sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison in 2022. The couple was found guilty on federal charges of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, wire fraud, and tax evasion. Todd recently opened up about his most important prayer during his imprisonment. Keep reading to find out more. Todd Chrisley leans on prayer. Todd and Julie Chrisley reported to their respective facilities in January 2023 to serve out their sentence for fraud and tax evasion. Despite their imprisonment, the couple's daughter, Savannah, lobbied tirelessly to get her parents released from prison. In an unprecedented turn of events, Todd and Julie were issued a presidential pardon in May, after serving only 2.5 years of their sentences. In addition, they were freed from prison one day after their pardon, coming home on May 28, 2025. Todd and Julie Chrisley have officially restarted their podcast, Chrisley Confessions 2.0. The couple is back behind the mic 2 months after their release from prison. On their podcast, they discuss their experiences over the last several years. During a recent episode, Todd disclosed what he prayed for while he was in prison. Todd told his wife Julie. Todd Chrisley says God answered his prayers. On their podcast, Chrisley Confessions 2.0, Todd Chrisley told his wife Julie that he prayed daily for her release. He wanted his wife to be able to go home and take care of their children and their home life. In addition, Todd shared how surreal it was for him and Julie to be released from prison on the same day. Julie said she felt similarly. She opened up and said, Todd Chrisley echoed his wife's sentiments. In addition, he shared that he has been talking with friends about how strange it is to be home from prison. However, Chrisley attributed their good fortune to God. He said he felt the moments of surrealism were God winks. Todd went on to explain. In a candid and surprisingly emotional moment that's got Chrisley Knows Best fans talking, Todd Chrisley has opened up from behind bars, revealing the most important lesson he's ever learned, and it's not what many would expect. Known for his sharp tongue, iron shirts, and reality TV swagger, Todd's latest revelation offers a raw look at the man behind the Southern charm and designer belts. From mansion living to a federal cell, Todd Chrisley's life has undergone a 180-degree turn in the past few years. But for the first time since entering prison, Todd has admitted that the biggest wake-up call of his life wasn't the sentencing, the headlines, or even the humiliation. It was realizing what truly matters when everything else is stripped away. Stripped of status, surrounded by silence. Sources close to the Chrisley family revealed that Todd has been reflecting deeply during his incarceration at the federal prison camp in Pensacola. Gone are the Gucci loafers and grand entrances. In their place, silence, solitude, and steel bunks. But according to Todd's most recent letter to his family, read aloud by Savannah on her podcast, it's that very stillness that has allowed the fog to clear. The most important thing I've ever learned, Todd reportedly wrote, is that love, faith, and character are all that stand when the money, the spotlight, and the status fall away. I built a life on control and appearance. Now I'm learning how to build a soul. Fans who have followed Todd for years know how much he valued perfection. The Chrisley brand was carefully curated, from his perfectly manicured home to the tight reins he held over his children's lives. But behind bars, Todd no longer has the ability to micromanage. And in losing that control, he seems to be gaining something more valuable: perspective. A message to his children. Todd's newfound wisdom came wrapped in a powerful message to his children. Savannah, Chase, Grayson, and even estranged daughter Lindsay were reportedly moved by his words. Dad told us that time is the most expensive currency, Savannah shared, holding back tears. He said if he could go back, He'd spend less time worrying about how the world saw him and more time asking us how we felt. Todd acknowledged that the pursuit of success had blinded him to what was happening at home. "I let pride run the show," he admitted. "And pride will lie to you. It'll tell you that you're protecting your family when really, you're just protecting your ego." It was a rare moment of humility from the man who once famously said, "If I'm not the king of my castle, then I'll burn the castle down." A large part of Todd's transformation, according to insiders, has come from a renewed connection to his faith. While the Chrisleys always projected a Christian image, sources say Todd's spirituality has deepened in prison in ways no one expected. "He's reading scripture every day," one insider shared. "He's not just posting Bible verses, he's actually living them. Forgiveness, humility, surrender, he's trying to understand what those words really mean." Todd's faith journey has even led him to mentor fellow inmates. One surprising report claimed he's leading a small prayer circle inside the prison, offering guidance to others struggling with guilt, family loss, and regret. "This place humbles you," Todd allegedly told a friend. "But if you let it, it can also heal you." Julie's unshakable loyalty. While Todd continues his sentence, Julie Chrisley remains behind bars at a separate facility. But despite their physical separation, sources close to the couple say their emotional bond has only grown stronger. "They write each other constantly," Savannah confirmed. "Dad says Mom is the calm to a storm, even now." Todd reportedly told Julie that their time apart has made him realize how much he took her for granted. In one of his more emotional letters, he wrote, "You held us all together while I was busy trying to hold up an illusion." It's a harsh admission, but one that Julie welcomed with grace. Insiders say her response was simple and powerful. "We'll rebuild with truth." A legacy beyond fame. Perhaps the most compelling part of Todd's confession is his desire to leave behind a different kind of legacy. He's no longer interested in reality TV stardom or flashy real estate deals. Instead, he wants to rebuild his relationships and, according to Savannah, write a book about his experience. He's calling it Stripped: What Prison Took From Me and What It Gave Back, Savannah revealed. It's going to be raw, honest, and maybe even painful, but he says it's the only way to help others avoid the mistakes he made. Todd also wants to use his story to help families dealing with the criminal justice system. He's reportedly exploring partnerships with prison reform organizations and hopes to use his platform for real change. "It's not about being famous anymore," Todd wrote. "It's about being useful." Fans react to Todd's emotional reveal. Across social media, longtime Chrisley knows best, viewers are stunned by the change in tone. While some remain skeptical, others have praised Todd's transparency and growth. "This is the most human Todd has ever sounded," one fan tweeted. "It takes courage to admit you were wrong, especially so publicly." Another commented, "We watched a man chase perfection for years. Maybe now he's chasing peace, and honestly, that's more inspiring than all the mansions combined." What's next for Todd Chrisley? Though he still has time to serve, Todd is determined to emerge a changed man. Whether or not America is ready to forgive him remains to be seen. But if his heartfelt reflections are any indication, he's no longer chasing forgiveness from the public. He's focusing on earning it from those who matter most, his family. In the final lines of his message, Todd left his kids with a piece of wisdom that he says he now lives by every day. Don't waste your life trying to be admired. Live it in a way you'll be remembered, with love, with truth, and with grace when you mess up. That's the most important thing.